guys, it's Lene, Charmed and Dangerous. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial for you guys. I'm going to be doing this look that I have here, and I don't know if you guys can tell with my hooded eyes and my wonderful camera, but this is going to be a holiday smoky eye look that I'm going to do for you guys. I really wanted to put up some more tutorials, and I have not got around to it, so I'm like, I need to sit down, I need to film a tutorial. Seriously, the holidays are like 16 days away, and holiday parties are happening all in December, so hope you guys didn't have a party to go to and you miss out on the look. So I'm sorry for the lateness of this video, but I did want to do this tutorial for you guys because I really love this look. I actually wore this look when I was working at Sephora last weekend, and I got tons of compliments on it, and I was like, oh, okay, well, let me do it. And what we're going to be using is the Naked 2 palette for this look. All of the eyeshadow that I used is from the Naked 2 palette. So if you guys have the Naked 2 palette, yay, and you can do this. If not, you can always just kind of match colors and use colors that you already have, some shimmers and some mattes in here. And I will tell you guys in the tutorial what the kind of color looks like. So if you guys don't have the Naked 2 palette, you can always just kind of mix and match anything that you have to make this look. But if you're interested in getting this holiday smoky eye look, stay tuned. I look a little crazy. I've already done a couple of the steps just off camera, just for time. I primed, and I used two different primers. I got this in my Boxycharm. This is by Micah Beauty, and I like it because it's colored, and it kind of helps with the redness. But I don't find, at least for my skin, that it helps a lot with like creasing and longevity, not as much as this one does. And this is my Too Faced eyeshadow insurance. So I just used the mixture of these, and then I went ahead and I just taped off my line so I have that nice line on the side, and then we're just going to jump right in with eyeshadow. The first eyeshadow we're going to be using, again, we are using the Naked 2 palette. The first shadow that we're going to be using from the palette is called Tease, and it's a nice taupey color. It's like a taupey brown, and I'm going to be placing this color in my crease because we're going to be building on top of it later. And I'm just using a fluffy brush. This is by LA Colors. It's just like a blending brush. So after we've done that, I'm just going to go in with a big fluffy brush. This is my concealer brush by e.l.f. that you guys know I love to use, and I'm just going to smooth everything out. I'm just going to take just a flat brush and apply some of Tease just on the eyelids. The next color I'm going to use is I'm going to use Snakebite, and this is like a shimmery brown, and I'm going to mix that with a little bit of Busted, which is like a darker, real kind of like taupey, darker brown. They both have shimmer in them, and I'm just going to mix them, and I'm going to apply that over the taupe color called Tease that we used as our base in the crease. Then I'm just going to go in with my fluffy brush, and I'm going to blend everything out. And if you guys notice, I'm going up higher than my crease. I don't know if you guys can tell, higher than where my crease looks like. I have kind of a hooded eye, or a little bit of a droopy eye. So if I only go into the crease and I don't go up a little bit higher than that, you can't see anything that I'm doing, and you can't tell I have any makeup on unless I walk around with my eyes closed and run into stuff all day. So that's why it looks very, because that's how I like it, because if I don't do it that way, then you can't see it. So, and if you guys watch my channel, you kind of know that I have that hooded eye, droopy eye kind of problem. The next thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to take that same flat brush that we used to apply Tease to the lid and go in with a little bit of just Snakebite, and I'm just going to apply that to the lid. Next, next I'm going to take a fluffy dome brush if I can find it. This one is just by e.l.f. and this is their blending eye brush. It's just kind of, it's a dome shape, but it's a little bit fluffy as well. And I'm going to go in with Blackout. That is the black color. I do want this to be like a smoky kind of eye, so I'm going to focus it on my outer V, but I'm going to go up into the crease a little bit, and I'm really just going to do little bits at a time because I want to smoke it out, but I don't want it to be like overpowering the rest of the look because we are going to put some shimmer on a little bit later. I'm going to go in with my fluffy brush again and just kind of smooth everything out. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go in with YDK, and it's a very shimmery, just gorgeous, like rose gold kind of color from the Naked 2 palette. But I find that when I just place it on its own, it doesn't stick very well, at least not for me. So what I do first is I'm going to go in with just a flatter brush, so a flatter version of the flat brush we were using before. And I'm going to place it on just on its own first, but then I'm going to go in and do a different technique. And I'm just placing this just on the inner corner going into the middle. And then I'm just going to take our flat shader brush that we used to apply the other two colors, and I just kind of lightly just run over it. And this is just to ensure that I don't have any fallout later. And I've just kind of knocked any of that extra off that has not stuck to my eyelid. The next thing that I'm going to do, because if you can see, it brightened up a little bit, but it didn't do as much as I really wanted it to do, is I'm going to dip my brush in a little bit of water, dab off the excess, and then reapply that color. You can also use like Fix Plus or something like that. I just don't have any products like that, so water works perfectly fine. So I'm just going to dip it in some water. And then I just pat it off on a towel that I have to the side here so that it's damp, but it's not like soaking wet. And then I go back into YDK and I apply it wet. So I don't know if you can tell. It's picking up, and like it's on in person you can tell, but my phone's terrible, but this is what I have to film. So don't know if you can tell, but it just seems it's just a lot brighter. So what I do is I go back in with that flat shader brush and I just kind of blend the line in the middle there. So I'm just blending my smoke in with this color. So I don't want to really disrupt much else. Sometimes I'll go up into the crease and just kind of even out the crease a little bit. But I don't want to blend over what I just applied because I want it to stay there. I just want to kind of blend over where the two colors kind of come together just to make it more cohesive. So that's basically it for this section of the eye look. I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to do my foundation and do my eyebrows and all of that kind of stuff. And then I'm going to come back to you and I'm just going to show you how I finish up. So I basically went off camera and did the rest of my makeup. And now we're going to finish up with the eyes. And then I'll tell you what I did on my cheeks. Not that you can really tell because I know with this camera, well, my phone, you can't really tell, but I'll tell you what I used anyway. But now we're going to finish up the eyes. The next thing that I'm going to do on my eyes is I'm just going to tightline. I'm just going in with an Avon Glimmer Sticks. This is in black, blackest black, I think it is. I'm going to tightline because I don't want to take away from the drama of, you know, I have this kind of wing thing here and all the colors, but I do want to make my eyelashes look really full because I don't have full eyelashes. And then I'm also going to do my bottom waterline and smudge just on my lash line with this liner. My next order of business is going to be to take a brush. I'm just using my crown brush, the smaller pencil side. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Snakebite, and that's that brown, like shimmery color. And I'm going to take Snakebite and I'm just going to smudge Snakebite where I applied that eyeliner. And this is going to help smoke it out a little bit. You're still going to be able to see the liner. It's just going to help smoke it out just the tattest bit. That's why I'm using Snakebite and not, you know, like Busted or Blackout or anything. I want it just to smudge just a little bit. I want a little bit of color there. I still want that eyeliner to pop down there. Just want to smoke it out a little bit, make it a little bit more fun. Okay, so next I'm going to highlight under my brow bone really quickly. I'm just going to be taking an eyeshadow C brush by e.l.f. and I'm going into Foxy. And that is that like matte creamy color in the palette. And I'm just dabbing it on at first and then I'm going to go into sweeping motions. And this is just going to really help our brows look nice and bring some light back to the eyes. And when I highlight, I start like in the middle, so I like place it here because I want most of my highlight to be on the little wingy of my eyebrow. I don't know what the heck you even call that. And then I kind of just smudge it in there. I don't know if you guys can even tell. I mean, it's probably really hard for you to tell what I'm doing because of the lighting and the camera. So I apologize, but hopefully this video will be helpful. And then I also take Foxy and I take this flat part. So going directly on, I dip it into Foxy. So I get some on there and I take it just like this and I just run that just on the inner corners there, just in that little like kind of crevice that you have. And if you don't have like a big one, don't worry about it. But I have a lot of darkness in that kind of like deep set crevice where your eye kind of like goes in. So I like to put just a little something there to help brighten things up a bit. I'm going to go back in with my pencil brush and I'm going to go into YDK, that beautiful rose gold color that we used. I'm going to load that up, and that I'm going to place right on the lower tear duct and sweeping it in. My next step, my last step on the eyes is going to be mascara. I'm going to go in with my NYC High Definition, followed by my Tarina Tarantino, and just pop 2 coats of that on. And that is pretty much the gist of that. The blush that I used really quickly is by e.l.f. And it is called Mellow Mauve, and I featured this in my November favorites, so I don't know if you guys have already seen my November favorites or if it'll be coming up after this, because I know I wanted to get some holiday looks up for you guys and things have been crazy. So I don't know if you've already seen this featured or if you haven't, but if you have, this is it. And I just love this because I can slap as much of this on as I want with any eye look, and I don't have to worry about matchy or any of that kind of stuff. So you probably can't really tell because my phone camera is what it is, but it just kind of gives you a nice hint of color, a hint of also kind of like a frostiness, a little bit of like a highlighted kind of hint, and you don't have to put much effort into it, and I don't have to worry about overdoing it or overpowering the eye look. So that's what I did there. What I'm going to do on my lips, I'm actually going to do just a lip liner. I'm going to fill in. This is by Avon as well, and this is in the color, what is this, Rosebud, and it's just a nice kind of pinky, mauvey, reddy kind of color. I'm just going to take a little bit of a NYX Butter Gloss. This is in the color Strawberry Parfait. And I'm just going to pop that over that. I do have some darker butter glosses, but, and I'm just dabbing it on because I don't want too much. I just want a little bit so it feels a little bit softer and just gives it kind of a little bit of shine. And that's pretty much it. I do also wear this look when I wore it, when I got the compliments when I was working at Sephora that day. I wore it with a nude lip. So I just did a nude lip liner and a little touch of butter gloss over it. And that looked really pretty too. But here's the finished product. I hope you guys can tell what's going on here with this camera. I apologize. But I just really think it's so elegant. It's so pretty. And it's got that like holiday sparkle in it though. And it's really easy to do because I'm not one for fancy things I can't do. So it's really easy to do. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments down below. Anything you want to ask me, any of your holiday looks that you want to share with me. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up and let me know that you liked it, and I can continue doing more tutorials because I know I need to pump those out for you guys. If you are not subscribed, hit that button. You don't want to miss out on anything fabulous in the future. If you are, thank you so much. You are wonderful, and I love you so much, and I appreciate all of my subscribers. You guys are amazing, and I will see you guys soon in the next video. Bye.